Hello everyone, it's great to have you all tuned in. Medicines. We all use it at some point, but is it accessible at the time of need is always the question. Since I'm in India, I wanted to help my parents organize their medicine cabinet. Medicines come in different shapes and sizes here, so having an organized system helps finding them an easy task, especially when it is like this. Also, they come in sheets like you see as opposed to containers in the West. So if you're looking for ways to organize your medicines, first aid supplies and also see some worthy travel essentials, jump on in and let's get rolling. The first step while doing this was sorting. While doing so, I ensured that there were just enough medicines, which means I was not overstocking them, and also ensured that they were not expired. For this, I labeled two bins, one that says expired or trash, and the other one that's non-expired, meaning usable. I then took a plain notebook and divided them into three sections: name, purpose, and expiry date. The name will have the name and the purpose of each medicine, and of course the expiry date of each sheet of medicine. Then I began writing the name of the medicine and the expiry date. If they had an expiry date, they of course would go to the non-expired bin. But if they didn't have an expiry date, they went to the trash pile. While going through each one, a lot of them didn't have expiry date on them, which again means they went into the trash pile. And a lot of them were unused and had a slight opening in them like you see, which means they were exposed to dust. So they went to the trash pile too. I also trashed empty capsules that were lying around and also cut the used portion in the bigger sheets. So now that the sorting was done, this is how my pile looked like. The second step was writing down what each medicine was prescribed for. With the help of some of the prescriptions that were lying around and also Google, I wrote down what each medicine was used for. If I didn't know the use of a particular medicine or I could not find them in the prescription, then I would use Google as my search method. This was my last resort. This is an example for Google search. I'm typing in what Imodium is used for and I found out it's used for diarrhea. I suggest not using this for everything as they're not accurate always. The best way is to write what it is used for on the prescription itself while at the doctor's so that you can remember it for any recurring ailments. This is my complete list of name, the purpose and the expiry date of each medicine. The third step is categorizing them based on the ailment like fever, cold, cough, diarrhea, etc. I put a tick mark against each one to keep track of all the medicines that I was categorizing. Here, each pile represents a different category. To make it easier to recognize the categories while sorting, smaller post-it notes can be used. I of course did not use them as I did not have it. And this is how they all looked once it was all sorted into categories. The final step was labeling and creating a reference sheet. For this, I took a small Ziploc pouch and labeled each ailment. In this case, I'm writing fever. There were two sets of medicines for this. One was Dolo and the other was Crocin. So I used a rubber band to tie one set of prescriptions together and put them all in the pouch. Now for this, I created a corresponding reference sheet to make finding things a breeze for anyone around the house. This had the purpose, for example, fever, the medicines that corresponded to it, which are crocin and dolo, and their corresponding expiry dates. I suggest that you use pencil to write the expiry dates because even if you replace and get new ones, it's easy to change the dates. And I totally forgot using one while shooting. With all the medicines in their respective pouches, I put the reference sheet in one clear pouch as well. Now all these finally went into a box. Now I stuck a tape on the reference sheet and put it on the inside of the box for easy access. Now labeling the actual box on the outside. This box now has all the medicines handy. Dealing with the trash pile is pretty easy. Just trash it responsibly. But I knew there were a few items in the trash pile that were not expired but just went in there because they were my dad's unused medicines. So I did go and check with my trusted pharmacist to see if I could return it. Some of them do take returns, I heard, and some of them don't. So there's no harm in asking around. Now that the medicine bin is done, I moved on to the first aid supplies. A knee band, hot gel pack, band-aids, tapes, Dettol's, creams for burns, thermometer, scissors, etc. Whatever needs to be handy goes into this bin. And I'm then labeling this bin first aid supplies. Now all of these go into the medicine cabinet. Any travel organizers at the back, which I'll take you through in detail in some time, any steamers / inhalers depending on the need. Right next to it goes the actual medicines and first aid supplies on top of it, and next to it goes all the syrups in bottles with the tallest at the back. I also kept a tray on the right to keep medicines that are taken on a regular basis very handy so that the rest of the pile remains neat and tidy. Now that all the medicines are taken care of, I also wanted to show you a few organizers for medicines that can be used for travel or in general for daily use. This first one helps you keep all your medicines together while traveling. The different sections help you organize your medicines that you need most if you fall sick or any of that sort while traveling. I will link a few different ones in the description below for you guys. The next one is great for people who consume tablets on a daily basis. It has days of the week on each individual box, which makes it easy to keep a track. This can also be used as your travel pouch as well. This is great for generic medicines or if you need to organize your daily dose of supplements. The last one is great for organizing medicines that's taken thrice a day, in the morning, afternoon and night. It has them clearly labeled, so it makes it really easy. If you have grandparents at home who find it difficult to deal with a million sheets, this organizer comes really handy. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, like and share if you enjoyed it and found it useful. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to shoot more of such organizing videos. As always, if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I shall see you all very soon in my next one. Bye-bye.